Hello. We're going to the 4th raid of the Pandæmonium series. The final fight for the Asphodelos portion. Asphodelos, the 4th circle. Those are spikes. You die if you stand in them. Hesperus. I was about to make a joke. I've heard people call him many different things. Like Hespe, something something, and then I thought about the more silly ones. Anyway, okay. Main tank will turn the boss to the front. Go look up his nicknames if you want. Alright, starting off with a tank buster, elegant evisceration. Okay, he like throws this thing up and he's using this thingy called setting the scene, and there's like this cape carpet, I don't know, fabric thing over here, and so, you know, it takes up an entire quadrant and there's space for like 4 of them, so at some point you might see the entirety of the stage filled with these things. Oh, it actually is his cape. He doesn't have a cape right now. And it has like the jagged things. Okay, so he's setting the scene right now. So we're going to get like different elements and stuff. This one's bluish, but it's got like light in it, and this is the lightning one. Also the curtains get drawn out. It's a, you know, if you're into looking at the backgrounds and stuff, those things happen. Also, like I said, if you step in these spikes, you die. Okay, so when it is a lightning thing, okay, it'll do a certain thing. When it's a different element, it'll do something else, etc, etc. When he uses the Pinax cast, that's when this element thingy will go off. Bro, a voice. Okay. So lightning means it's going to be a proximity thing from the center. Proximity damage. And so you want to go into just any of the corners. Okay. You'll see the proximity thing in a moment. See, there we go. See how it goes out. So the main tank brought him over there. So you don't stand in the corner so you don't take as much damage. And then you can go back in. Decolation, there's going to be a raid wipe. You want to be careful when you're running into the corner though, because like I said, you can die in these spikes. I think over here somebody did die. Here, let's watch this one. In the normal version, I'm pretty sure the lightning one always happens first. Just BT dubs. So everyone's kind of bunching. Yeah. So the Reaper, I think they use their teleport thing. AR. Here. Yeah. Or their back jump. I don't know. They use something. They automatically got tossed in there, so they immediately died. Okay. So there's no like countdown to damage. You just die. Okay. So watch out for that. Like, be careful. Also, like, this person wasn't, like, up in the corner as much, and so they got hit a bit more. NJ. See how the rest of us are, like, back here? NJ's still hanging out up here. And so they got clipped with that. Main tank didn't take as much. I mean, because they're a tank and things like that. But it's quite noticeable when somebody else gets hit with it. Okay. All right. So we had that decolation, which is the raid wipe. Okay, he throws his cape again, and so he's gonna set the scene again. This time we're gonna get a different element, because you know they always show you like kind of one by one each mechanic. So this one is like a clear thing. It's water. It always threw me off that like the blue one wasn't water, but anyway, the clear one is water. When he uses Pinax, that's when it like activates the element. And so the water one is going to do a knockback from the center. So you want to stand closer to this center thing, so when you get knocked back, you don't go into the spikes. I don't know how many more times I'm going to say don't fall into the spikes, but when I first ran this, I was constantly, like the first few times, I just kept positioning myself poorly, and then I'd like run into all this stuff. But yeah, you can use arm's length or sure cast, so your knockback prevention, to just avoid all this stuff. But you gotta make sure you time it well, because if you don't, you know, if you're like over here and then you mistime it and then you get knocked back, then you're gonna die. Okay. Also, if you get knocked into this thingy, you get dropsy. Alright. Or if you stand in it for a moment, you get dropsy. That's like a dot for a moment, but then you lose it pretty quickly if you get out. Hell Skewer. This will target a random person with a line AoE. So just move out of the way of that. And see, the person it targets, they had enough time to move out of the way too. Elegant Evisceration, it's a tank buster. Oh, also BT dubs, okay. This thing in the center, like the elemental thing, like in the normal version, it's fine if you go through it, like you get your dot and stuff, but if you're interested in the savage version at all, you will die if you walk through it. Anyway, okay, but in the normal version, this version, it's fine, it's fine. You get a little bit of damage, as long as you run back out, you're okay. But just wanted to let you know. Okay. Alright, this time he's setting the scene. There's like 3 capes. So we're gonna get 3 of the different elements out here. Okay, so we got this one. The blue one is the lightning. The clear looking one is the water. And we got this new one here. This green one. That one's, I don't know, acid? Poison? Goop? So we know that the lightning one is the one that does a proximity marker, so you need to stand in the corners, okay? And then the water one is the proximity, I mean not proximity, the knockback. So you either stand in the middle and get knocked back towards the sides or whatever, or use your knockback prevention. The green one is gonna be AoEs on everyone, and you need to spread out. Okay, so it's either the corner, knockback, or spread. So once the boss does Pinax, you want to look at the elements to figure out which one's like bubbling up, to figure out which one is going first. Okay, so the first one's going to be the lightning one. So that means we need to stand in a corner. Again, when you're doing these things, don't rush it too much, or else, you know, the spikes. Do I sound traumatized? Okay. After that, okay, immediately we got this Hell Skewer. So it targets a random person and it'll do a line AoE. But over here, you can see the poison stuff, like, activating. So that means we're gonna get that next. So here, everyone's got AoEs, and you spread out. Okay, last one, we got water. So position yourself closer to the middle, or use your knockback prevention. Okay, health skewer again. Targets a person, just get out of the way. Blood Drake, this is gonna be a raid wipe. He feasts on our Aether, so he absorbs the Aether and stuff, and he'll like use it to do other stuff. Blown Coils. Okay, so this is the whole Aether situation. So I guess the kind of story with this is he takes our Aether and then figures out these thingies. So here we have, there are different roles. Is that what they're called? You know, I always get mixed up. There's roles and classes. I think classes are the individual ones, like there's a paladin and warrior, but the role itself is tank, and then this role is healer, and these are DPS. I think that's roles, and then classes are the individual things, the different ones. Pretty sure. You know, we just make low-key long guides here, right? Okay, so here we've got 2 DPS with an X on it, so that means if you are a DPS, do not go into these. It's asking for non-DPS. If you are a tank, do not go here. And this one you can't see it right now, but it's the healer one. So if you're a healer, don't go in there. So if you are not whatever it is inside, then you can go in it. Okay? So since I'm not a healer, I'm gonna stand on the healer one. We need people to like soak the stuff though. And since I didn't see anyone over here, I was like, okay, well, I'm also not DPS, so I'm gonna run over there to make sure we have somebody. Okay. So yeah, you gotta spread it out like that. Okay, and then immediately after, we've got this health skewer. Okay, let me go over that one more time, just in case like Boolean is difficult. I know it's difficult for me. Here. Okay, so here, this is the tank symbol, X. Tanks do not go in here. This is the healer symbol. Healers do not go in here, but anybody else can. Over here, the tanks, no tanks, but anybody else can. Over here, no DPS can go in here, but anybody else can. Okay? That's basically what it's saying. So just focus on yourself. Just focus on whatever you are, and if you try to run to one and it says no, then go to a different one. And then also take a look at all the others to see if they're filled. And if you can go to it, if there's nobody there, then go over there. Okay, let's move on. Declarations of Raid Wipe. Alright, he repositions and he's going to throw something out. It says southerly shift, and so you pan your camera to the south and you'll see the thing that he throws out. Now, once you figure out where he threw the thing, you have to figure out what he threw. If he has his sword weapon thing over here, then that is going to be a slashing like triangle cone, okay? And so that means you need to stand on the sides. It's like this, and so you stand on the sides. You don't have that much time once it's telegraphed, okay? So you kind of have to just, if you run this a lot, you're just gonna have to learn that the sword does the triangle slash. Okay. He's going to do this variation a few times. Okay. Oh, well, actually this time he does southerly shift again, so it's in the south. And so make sure you're turning your camera to go look for it. But this time it's the cape. See this? It's the cape. It's not the sword like before. If it's the cape, then that means he's gonna like throw his cape at you and it's like blowing air, and so it's gonna be a knockback. Okay, so you want to stand in front of it, so you get knocked back into the stage instead of getting knocked back into the spikes, where you'll die. Okay, so stand right in front of it. Wait for the cast to go off. And he'll push you back. Looks like you can use your knockback prevention if you have it up. I think that's worked out. There's some 7. Okay, so then it happens again. We got northerly shift. This time it's up here. You can use your mini map to kind of help orientate yourself, or if like you're directionally challenged like me, you just keep turning your map or turning your camera to go find it and stuff. I typically try to always remember where north is at the very least, especially if I'm the tank. I try to like always keep the boss facing north, for example, to help people. But do what you gotta do. The cast will tell you where the thing is. So northerly shift, it's over here, and it's a cape. And so I'm gonna stand in the front because it's gonna knock me back. The wind is gonna blow you back. You know what I'm saying? When he whips the cape, there you go. Okay. Because this fight has been out for a while, a lot of people have like pretty good gear and all these things. Oh sorry. Also, my cat's sleeping right now. I accidentally hit her ear. The fight's been out for a while. People have good gear. Most people know what they're doing. Also, the Moogle event is happening right now, so most people know what they're doing. So you might not see all the mechanics, but let me show you. There are a bit more mechanics here. So let's just go through this again, and then you'll see the newer mechanic there. We'll just watch it in real time. Decorations of raid wide. Northerly shift. Okay, we look at what it is. It's the sword, so stand on the side of the sword because it's going to slash forward. Is it a sword? A rapier? Rapier? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know what it is. Easternly shift on the other side. Okay, it's a cape. So stand in front of it so you get pushed back. Oh, called it. Okay, that person was like standing on the side. Look at this. NJ. See, they're standing on the side because they probably misread it. They must have thought it was the sword one. Because they're standing on the side, they get pushed back over here, and they immediately died. Okay. They immediately died. And because they probably went to the spikes. Also, we got someone who DC'd. But yeah, they got pushed back all the way over there. Okay, northerly shift. So here we go. This is a sword, so you want to stay on the side. Blood Drake. It's gonna be a raid wide, and then he's gonna use this Aether stuff to like throw stuff out. So this is the other mechanic that uses our Aether and stuff. Balloon bursts. There'll be these orbs on the sides. If you make it this far, there'll be orbs on the side that will tether to people. And similar to the other time that he used, the blood break whatever thingy, there are gonna be these symbols. Okay, DPS no. Tank, no. Healer, no. So if you are whatever this sign is, you don't take that orb, essentially. Okay, so you want to go find one that's not yours, and you go soak the orb. So I'm gonna soak this. You can soak a few of them. You just gotta be careful not to take too many, or else you might die. Okay. Bearing signs that the end may be nigh. Too many stacks will result in doom. Okay, so like take 2 stacks. Okay, that's fine. When you like take 3. I think think that's when it starts getting a little dangerous. Well, yeah. Let me see. I'm not sure what happens if you take one that is your own. You might end up taking more damage. Or if you take too many stacks, maybe you take more damage. Okay, we got Tank Buster here. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, please leave a comment, or I will go investigate more after this. But yeah, in the runs that I've been doing lately, people are usually skipping that mechanic at this point because the fight's been out for so long. But yeah, if you just take like one or two, you're typically just fine. Pandæmonium, Asphodelos complete. We finished it. We finished the first set in the raid series. Nice. Yeah, so like I said, the Moogle event is happening right now. The most popular one that people are doing is the first circle. But if you want to unlock like savage raids and stuff, you have to do like all of them. Like if you want to do like the 1, 2, 3, 4 savage, then you gotta do all of these normal raids and things like that. The same with like 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to do that set of savage stuff, then you gotta do all the normal ones. Ah, no, her butt is not on the stuff. Okay, it's okay. I should go back to it. I do have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The guides already up. I made them like earlier in the year. I think 5, 6, 7, 8 was like one of the first guides I made. So if you want to take a look at that, it's like in the Endwalker playlist, or you can just scroll, search for it. Okay, anyway, enjoy the raid. Bye.